Hello and welcome to ChapterSkip. I'm Shaun.
I'm Joe.
I'm Chud.
And I'm Mark.
Welcome along to the podcast, volume 27. Thanks for tuning in. As always, you can follow along with ChapterSkip on social media, at ChapterSkip on Twitter, facebook.com/ChapterSkip, on YouTube, youtube.com/ChapterSkip and ChapterSkip podcast. And you can send us an email to chapterskip@gmail.com. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Shaun.
How you guys doing, alright?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Have you had a nice week?
Yeah. It's only Monday.
Well, no, since the last podcast.
Last week, sort of thing, yeah.
Yeah, you know.
It's been a couple of weeks for me.
Yeah. Welcome back, Chud.
Yeah,
You've been busy.
Thank you.
Been busy moving.
Yeah, just getting settled in. It's all good.
Yeah.
Excellent. So, anybody got any news or anything interesting they want to talk about?
I've actually got some notes today.
Have you?
I've remembered to bring them with me for a change.
Excellent stuff. So we'll delve into that, and I've got a little story for you guys this evening. I received an interesting Facebook message, which means I may have footage shown in a film that stars Jessie Eisenberg.
What?
Yeah?
Okay.
Come on then, elaborate.
Go on.
No.
Stare at us like a douche.
I'm saving that for later. I'm teasing you guys, so I'll tell you all about that later on.
Better be impressive if you're making us wait.
My balls tingle like that.
Fucking foreplay.
Yeah, it could be the new Batman movie. Who knows? It's not. Spoiler alert.
This is going to be Ice Bucket, the movie or something.
No.
Jessie Eisenberg.
Jesse Ice.
Jessie Eisenberg.
Oh, very good.
Oh,
So, normally the first kind of matter of business we've got to talk about is homework. Remind me what yours was, Mark?
Red Dawn.
Oh yeah, because you didn't do it last week.
I didn't do it last week, no.
Did you do it this week?
Oh, I've done it, yeah.
Hey!
It's all done.
is it remake or original?
The original. I didn't watch the remake.
And Chuddy?
ABC's of Death.
Oh yeah. I'm interested in what you hear say about that one. Joe?
Archer, the TV series.
Yes. And mine was They Something?
Oh, They Live. Was that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They something.
Something.
Yes, they didn't do it then.
Something with a something.
Roddy Piper or something.
Something John Carpenter. Something Roddy Piper.
Something.
So I'll get my homework out the way. Didn't do it.
Oh, no.
Obviously, just
Yeah.
play something.
Sorry.
Been busy
had a busy
boy.
weekend. Had a couple of gigs with my band.
Fair dues.
Didn't have time to watch They Live. Well, I did watch lots of Archer, but that's no excuse.
That's my homework.
Yeah, I too have been. Yeah, I finished it now. So
I haven't actually finished it yet, but I found myself. Well, we'll talk about that when Joe talks about his homework.
yeah.
Mark, seeing as though we've waited a couple of weeks for your homework, do you want to chat about Red Dawn, the original 70s?
We could go that way.
80s. It was when we had Chud's list of cult 80s action movies.
Yeah,
right?
that's
Oh, yeah.
Your top 10 of 10.
Yeah, was it actually
Yeah.
10 though?
Who knows?
I had some notes. I didn't write them down about. Oh yeah. Anyway, yeah. It's basically
Got a bit of paper
Patrick
with you.
Swayze is Charlie Sheen's older brother. Charlie Sheen's at high school with C. Thomas Howell, who you might know from the original Hitcher, the kid who was giving Rutger Hauer a lift.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
And then there's some text at the start of the film to do with failing crops in Russia and some other stuff. I kind of glossed over it. Bad shit's going on. People are angry. They invade America. So America gets invaded by a mixture of Russians, Cubans, and Nicaraguans. That's how you pronounce people from Nicaragua.
Yeah, wow.
And Leah Thompson's in it. She was Marty McFly's
Mum.
the young version of his mum, and she was in Howard the Duck.
Okay.
They basically America gets under attack by this conglomeration of various military units. Charlie Sheen and chums and his older brother Patrick Swayze escape to the hills and basically become the rebels that are up in the mountains and call themselves the Wolverines, which is the name of their high school football team.
Snicked.
I
Yeah.
think I've seen this for an 80s film. I like my 80s film. I
haven't seen it.
To be honest, it was alright, but I wouldn't put it in a top 10 list of cult action movies.
No?
Nah. It was okay, and there was some cool stuff going on. You know, it's all proper practical stuff. There's an actual tank and shit blowing up, but it didn't have that kind of cheesy 80s sort of
A
feel
bit
to it.
serious, was it?
Well,
Yeah,
the
it took-
soundtrack. It must have had a cheesy soundtrack. All music.
I don't even
videos was
remember
cheesy.
anything that's really stood out about the soundtrack.
No power
Admit-
drumming, nothing.
I did watch it in stages because I was like watching it, and then like the baby'd woke up and like, oh, stop it, I've got to
No weird synthesizers.
deal with him. I don't remember anything that stood out as being. There was nothing super cheesy about it in that respect,
John Carpenter did it, right?
and it didn't go into the other side of being over the top and gratuitous either. It was just kind of like it was all right. but
bit too serious.
Yeah,
for
just
not 80s enough.
no, it was weird. It was quite a cool little thing, you know, kids being the rebels, but it didn't delve in that enough. I didn't really care when they eventually someone's going to die, and you're like, all right.
I think the movie did cause a bit of controversy, like in the 80s when it was first made. They were a bit like, oh, we can't do that. You know,
America
what about if the Russians come after us for reals? And then they just remade it like in the 2000s.
To be honest, though, it's mainly the Cubans that are centre stage. The Russians, it's just mainly, you see, I presume it's their military gear with a red star on it, but it's kind of like the main guy you see is some Cuban general or something, then he's got some dude with him, and then there's another random dude with him, and you're kind of thinking, who are these? And then there's like, oh, he must be a Russian guy, this one he's turned up, he's got the little fuzzy hat on. But there's not like a main villain as such. It's just like, oh, these are some bad guys, one of them is regretting it a bit.
Alright.
It was
so mainly focused on the heroes rather than the villains.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to give it a serious, I guess, side about war and all this sort of thing, but it just didn't quite do it for me.
It probably worked better in the time period. You know, people were probably worried about the war and all the kind of...
I suppose, yeah.
Falklands War and the Gulf War and all those. I don't really know much about
No, because I don't think America had much to do with the Falklands, but...
Cold War
sort of. Yeah, Cold War and War's the... But, I don't know, it just didn't... It's like it's a 6 out of 10 movie for me. It's like, it just...
Something you sort of enjoyed, but you probably wouldn't go back and watch again.
I wouldn't go and buy it, kind of thing.
No.
Because then I was thinking, like, that list of cult action movies, there wasn't any Chuck Norris films on there. You know, like, surely his cult action movies, you'd put some of his in. It's a bit of a weird...
He has made some cool films.
Yeah. It was okay, but I certainly wouldn't put it in the top 10 of cult action movies.
Oh.
That's slightly deflating.
Yeah. Never mind.
Sorry.
We'll move on to bigger and better things. Chud, the ABCs of Death. Did you come with your big pad and pen to list off all the different alphabet letters?
No. I didn't. I watched it in 2 halves because the good thing with a film like this, you can just stop at whatever letter you want, and so I got to. I had to stop at L.
Right. Did you stop after L?
Yeah, I watched it. Then I had to stop.
I thought I quite liked that one though. It was
first step.
Fucked up.
That was
great.
My favourite one was
Speedo,
L.
right?
It was fucked up.
Yeah.
I didn't get G.
No,
I was like, what the... I just didn't understand it. I played it back and I thought, did I miss something?
Which one was G?
G was gravity. It was like, first person type deal.
Does he tie a rock around himself and just drown himself or something?
Oh, right, I know what you mean.
And then you just see the surfboard. It's got like black lines.
Yeah,
I really didn't get it at all.
We could have done a lot better.
What about
we did.
M?
Which one was it?
Miscarriage.
Real short one, wasn't it?
We were like,
It was... Yeah, it was hit and miss. I mean, some of them were really, really good. I found like a lot of the Japanese ones really good. Fucked up, really, really good.
The fart one. What do you think of the dog fight? That was one of my favourites.
Yeah, that is all slow motion.
Yeah,
that was
cool.
real
Great.
That was Serbian.
Nice little twist on it as well.
No, the Serbian was the one that Joe really liked. The one with cutting the guy and taking his skin off.
Oh yeah.
That's towards the end.
That was like R or something, wasn't it?
Could be, I can't.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a while actually.
Yeah, same here. It's on Netflix, huh?
What's the French one where the woman like cuts all her skin off? Was that X
great.
or?
XL or something.
The big lady.
She's fairly big and she cuts herself down.
I really like that one. I thought that was one of my favourite ones.
It's fucked up.
And I really like the weird like animal based. I can't remember what letter it was, but like
the Nazi.
Yeah, the Nazi fox and the dog, and I thought that was awesome.
T is for toilet. He was the competition, the claymation man.
Yeah.
But the kid's got like the toilet anxieties, and then the whole thing ends up to the whole thing of the dad not
I thought it was like interesting because it's like so many different styles within it, and I didn't expect there to be like stop animation, normal animation, and there was quite a lot of variety there. So it made it interesting. I'd watch it again though. It was 2 hours long. So that's
and you can, like you said, you can have a break and.
Yeah. I mean, Joe at the time was like playing Sims, and she kept looking over her shoulder, kept hearing these weird fucking noises. And every time she'd look, obviously, it looked like I was watching a different movie.
It shows what some directors can do, because they all had the same budget, and then you had like M was just nothing spent on it, and then you had the one with the robot, weren't they, attacking like a futuristic thing?
All the CGI. That
Yeah, and
was
it's
really
like,
good.
wow, how'd you do that on that budget?
What was the budget?
I didn't mind the one
It
with
was
the.
like $5,000 or something.
Yeah, $5,000,
yeah.
I didn't mind the one where the man's dying in bed. That wasn't that bad.
Oh, the start.
Hey, was
Oh, the
it?
first
yeah,
one.
I like that.
When he's trying
I
to kill
kind of
her,
kicked it
trying to
off
kill her,
like pretty well.
Pretty
Like,
fucked up.
certainly, she comes in with a knife or whatever.
It's a
and
good
then
effect,
cut
yeah.
down his hand. I was like, holy shit!
I didn't really get this story though, because it was like,
Yeah.
did you find yourself watching it and going, right, this is A, and then you're watching the story and you're like, A is for,
Well,
trying to guess along what it was.
Once she went to the window, it's like, and you could hear people
Yeah.
outside. Like, oh, apocalypse. Obviously.
Yeah. I didn't. Yeah, I wasn't too keen on that one. I thought it didn't really make a lot of sense.
No, I
It's
like
like, it's just, I like the effects and.
I just don't know why. Yeah, why
I
he was
did
killing-
like
why
the
she
bit
was
where she's
killing
hitting him with the frying pan. He's still, and he's just giving up, reacting to
She's
it.
burning as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, she brings in a frying pan full of
Yeah.
fat. I
That's
assume.
it.
There was strange ones like the guy was with like a little time loop. Was another version of himself.
Yeah.
Cycle was it?
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, and he
I don't
kills
remember
himself,
that
and
Yeah.
that was kind of cool.
Because one of them, it was A or C, was done by the guy who did Time Crimes. I can't remember which one it was they did. Because I thought you've seen Time Crimes, didn't you?
Yeah.
Time Crimes, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Nacho Vigalonger?
Yeah. I think that could be him.
I'm hesitant to call it a movie because there's
Yeah,
obviously
it was an anthology piece.
but it's definitely something I'd recommend to anyone into fucked up or horror movies or anything like that.
I'm really
Just a
looking
bit of
forward to
variety
number two.
as well.
Yeah.
Because there's one that's really fucked up, and then you got funny ones, and then you got like more darker, creepy ones, and like good, and you got crap ones. So it's a good mixture.
I'm looking forward to number 2.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
the trailer. I know you seen the trailer for that.
No. I did quite like the. I did laugh quite a bit at the. I can't remember what it is. Where it's the cartoon and she's trying to get rid of a poo.
Oh, yeah.
She just can't get rid of it.
kind
And
of
ends up
weird
killing
one,
her.
yeah.
Oh shit! I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, so much I forgot about that. I can't really remember.
There's a woman who
There's a lot there.
gets injected in the bathtub. She's tied to the bathtub.
Yeah, that was quite a weird one.
Oh yeah, the guy does it, doesn't he?
Yeah.
The L was probably my favourite.
Yeah, that's fucking.
But he uses a lot of. That's the guy who did
yeah.
on VHS 2. The guy who I forgot his name.
That
He's
wicked,
Indonesian, and he done the part of VHS 2. He directed it with Gareth Evans.
Yeah.
He did the raid, and it's got the same actors in it. So like like the creepy disabled guy who's jacking off at the end to the kid
to
being.
the kid, yeah.
He's in it. He's like a cult
That's
leader
fucked
in
up in
this one.
VHS 2, and it is in VHS 2. You mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, that came up on my recommended movies on Netflix
Mate, they're
after I
amazing.
watched ABCs of Death. So
Yeah,
you'll
They're
probably
really
like
good.
this.
They're really
I didn't like the first VHS as much.
Second one's brilliant.
Second one's better.
Really good.
And they've and the trailer's come out for the third one,
Oh, sweet.
which is going to be called VHS Viral. The story is going to focus on a deranged illusionist who obtains a magical object of great power, a homemade machine that opens a door to a parallel world, teenage skaters that become targets of a Mexican death cult ritual, and that looks right. Like,
Sounds good.
And a shadowy organisation that's tracking a serial killer with the usual central hub
Yeah.
story.
No, number 2 was 10 times better.
The thing for
than number one, I
VHS,
like.
it's all first person.
Yeah.
It's all kind of like a found footage thing.
Yeah,
So
they find
this
tape, stuff,
collection of
video.
They're hit
tapes.
and miss with me. Sometimes they can be
Yeah.
real good, like Cloverfield.
Yeah,
I thought it was good.
VHS 2 worked. It had done some clever ways because it was like someone had a camera planted in his retina as an experiment.
Yeah.
So that kind of worked.
And
then
then
there was the guy with the GoPro.
mountain bike on his
mountain
mountain
biking
bike with
as a
zombies.
zombie thing. That worked
That
quite
was
well.
really cool. But yeah, again, that's like an anthology in it, really. They just take.
Yeah, they have like 4 or 5 stories and then a little.
It is really
Generally,
cool.
the central hub story is a bit crap.
They're worth. They're both on Netflix, I think, as well. Both of them.
Yeah.
And they're worth watching.
God, I love Netflix.
Yep.
Well, you say that because the adverts for him lately apparently got Ricky Gervais on it. I've not seen it, but my wife told me, and she's like, "Well, we're boycotting Netflix."
Stuff with Derek.
I don't know. We
It'd
just
probably
don't.
be for Derek. It wouldn't be for Netflix, would it? Surely.
It
It
was
probably is. It's probably like in conjunction with Netflix and a bit Derek because he's got a few things on there.
She
like
just said
The
it was a
Office is
Netflix
on there.
commercial and he was on it, and I don't want to see
The
that.
only thing that really upsets me about Netflix, don't do South Park anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know if they lost licensing or something.
Well, I heard
apparently
they've
South
got
Park's gone over to
Hulu Plus,
That's
isn't
it.
it? Yeah.
That's it.
Well, okay. That's a
So I don't know
Which is
whether they give him
annoying.
a better deal or,
Yeah,
or
that's a
whatever.
shame.
We talked South Park the other week, and I'll put that link on it. They've announced the new series.
Yeah, 'cause we were wondering where it-
this
yeah.
year. Not
Yeah.
really, mate.
I guess I don't know if the video games took up a lot more time or. I don't know, because that's where the last season ended when it had done the whole Game
Yeah,
of Friends
probably
advert for the
finalised
stick
and
of
all
truth.
that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
They're probably pushing the game and that as well and stuff.
Yeah,
and
so
everything
they do.
like that.
Well, maybe they thought, right, if the episode ended for an advert for the game. Maybe people will play the game, get the story, and then they might pick up the series where the game left off. I don't know. I'm not sure how the game ended. Does it end? Or do you just...
It does.
Yeah,
It's
so
sort
it's
of
not,
end, don't it? Yeah.
not really in any way that it needs
No.
to be.
No. Well, maybe they can...
It didn't have the Wiener song either, which was a shame.
No.
Speaking about Game of Thrones, I'll tell you about what I've decided to do about Game of Thrones later. Got 2 little teasers for you. So we done with ABCs of Death?
Yeah.
Anybody got any more points they want to add?
I would have given it out of 10, probably an 8.
Yeah.
I think
So
that's fair.
yeah, the
It
thing,
wasn't amazing,
you can't really
but
give it a
was
10
really good.
because there was so much kind of
Mixed
variation
bag,
and hit and miss. Like some of them were like, oh, that's kind of cool, that's a good idea, and some of them were just like, it's a bit of a waste of time.
There was one in particular one that was a bit too arty for my liking.
Was that-
WTF?
Might have been.
W would have
I
just
didn't
been
really
all
know
crazy
what
with
the
it.
fuck was going on. It was
Yeah.
all in
What's that?
slow motion. It was
What
very
was it?
arty, and I didn't really
Yeah.
get it.
About Q is for quack.
Yeah, I did like that one.
With the whole let's kill a duck.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah,
that.
well, because that was unique because they were sort of talking about what they were going to do for the ABCs of Death.
Yeah,
sort of thing.
yeah.
Oh, we've got a duck. What should we do with it?
Yeah, they kind of made themselves look a bit bumbling and incompetent.
I just feel a couple of them copped out Zed. Although I quite liked Zed, obviously they used a foreign word for it, didn't they? They didn't. It wasn't.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Mind you, the new one, Z is for... Is like
Zorb.
or
Yeah.
something,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Zorb. They're playing with the games.
I guess
Like,
everyone's gone,
kids are
we're
playing
not
with
going there, Zulu. that's too
Yeah.
racist to do anything with that.
Z is for zebra.
Yeah.
Kill
Yeah,
a
do
zebra
that,
or
yeah.
something.
Kill a zebras, sorted.
I wonder what X is. Xylophone. There's not many X words in it. X-ray.
Yeah.
X-Men.
Extreme
X-Men.
as an E, but
Yeah.
could be an X.
Xenomorph. What's next?
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
What's it mean?
Alien.
Alien.
Ah.
Have you not watched Aliens?
Not for about 20 years.
Come on, they call them xenomorphs.
Do they? Need to learn. Maybe that will be my homework. Another 80s.
Xena,
70s, if you
Warrior
watch the first
Princess.
Oh, yeah.
Xena,
70s.
the Warrior Princess.
Yeah.
Xena Warrior Princess. Yeah.
Okay.
So Joe, last week myself and Mark we chatted about Archer and how
Yeah.
good it was.
And I've not
Do
seen
you
it.
echo those kind of sentiments?
Mate, that wasn't homework. That was just a pleasure. It was fucking absolutely brilliant. I was just
You finished the whole thing?
no. I'm on season 4 because I thought you said there's only 3 on Netflix. I was like,
No,
no,
there's
don't
all of
end,
them,
don't end, don't
Yeah.
end. And it's like season 4. I was like, yes. And I've just what I watched last night was the one where they're in the jungle and he gets bit by the snake in his bum, and,
Oh,
they have
right,
to,
yeah.
and then they're stuck there, and then the other guy who hurts his back and stuff and all that. That's the last one I've watched.
Yeah.
So
The one who
and
was
then,
in the
then, he,
wheelchair
then he
and-
thinks he sees his dad, and then he gets woke up with a drug, don't he? And he's like, I don't know who my dad is. He's like, damn, I don't know who my
Yeah,
dad is. Because
yeah,
he has
yeah.
that dream where he's like, because he's talking to James Mason or something, isn't he? And he's showing him his life and things. It's
can't
probably a
remember
while
that.
since
Yeah,
I've
I
seen
can't
it, so you
remember that
can't
one.
really
It's only been
remember.
a few weeks since I watched it.
But that's season 4. So yeah, no, I'm absolutely loving it. I'm just watch it at night, man. And it just
Yeah.
And I just because
you-
it's 20 minutes long and it's on Netflix. I'm just boom, boom, boom.
Do you agree
boom.
with us that the Cancer Rampage was like probably the best episode?
Yeah, I'm going on a rampage. It's so
And then halfway through having his chemo and then he's just ill and throwing up and you're like, yeah, I should have done this.
That's it. And then he's trying to
Rampage.
celebrate it, and the doctor keeps ringing him back and that. And he's like, for fuck's sake! He's like,
You're cured. Hooray. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, someone else's results. You're not cured. Like,
I
oh,
think-
wait a minute, we
I
got the
think
results wrong.
I think the characters are just brilliant because they've got their own stories. Because what I found myself when I first watched it, you don't understand who they are, what's going on.
Yeah.
So I forgot some of them bits now, what's going on there. So I think I'm going to go back for some of them and watch it. Because obviously you get used to the characters and you know what they are and what they do. Like, when you first watch it, you don't sort of thing. So,
Yeah.
so I think I'm going to go
But
back.
are you on season 5 yet, Sean?
I am, and
Because that starts quite cleverly.
yeah, but I've kind of fell off really. It's a bit like if I'd have finished at season 4, I'd be like best show ever. But like season 5's a bit like can't really be bothered to watch it. It's a
Really?
bit,
Alright.
yeah.
Yeah, don't tell me because I'm going to get to
It's
that.
just, it does a clever thing in the beginning where Archer kind of has this idea and he's like, Archer, Vice, and it does all these
Yeah, no,
crazy
I have
images.
heard. I have heard it's Vice.
It does
I
all
have
those
heard
crazy
that.
images, but all
I
those
did know
crazy
that,
images
yeah.
in his little vision are then spread out through the next
Okay.
series.
Yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it, and I think the characters are brilliant. I thought Layla, I thought she was voiced by the Futurama woman, but she's not, is she? It sounds like her voice, so I had to check it. I was like, it's not her.
No.
Futurama one, is that the one from
She's Sons of Anarchy as well.
Married with Children.
Married to
Yeah,
Children?
yeah, she
Peggy,
was,
Yeah,
yeah.
Sons of
Yeah, and she's in Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
She's a mother, and but no, it ain't her anyway. But No, they're just great characters. I love it. I love. I just think it's. I love the scientist Krieger.
Oh, Krieger.
and his Japanese.
Piggly too.
And his Japanese missus thing is like.
his little hologram.
And they're always arguing and stuff. And tentacle porn and things like that. It's called Mushi. Movie and sushi no Mushi. And she's always moaning at him in her language. He's like, shut up.
It just carries on with things because they mention about. What are you spending that money on? They mention like a man-pig hybrid and he's going, no, and you see a little flashback to him like fighting it going, I'm sorry, Pigly. And then later on there's a few episodes in, they get a thing about that your rec rooms the rooms of mess is not even room to put a dead pig in there, and they're like, well, you say that.
Pigly!
Yeah, it shows it, it's like, oh, Pigly too.
That's it, Pigly Boo. And then he gets called in that episode last night, what's talking about when they're in the jungle, and he's like, what are you doing? I don't even, she's like the mother, like, she is definitely the character from Arrested Development. She's like, I don't even know what you're doing. And he's like, alright. And he's giving rats a wedding, they're having a wedding, the rats.
Oh, yeah.
Like that. It's just random shit. It's just, have you not seen it?
No,
I don't want to give too much away if you're going to watch it, because it is fucking brilliant. Yeah, that's what it used to do to me, and then they told me about it.
Basically, there's an episode that's got Burt Reynolds in it. That's Burt Reynolds.
So good.
And he starts doing the high-speed driving, and he says something to Archie, and he's like, what is it? He goes, I can't hear you over the sound of my throbbing erection. He's just like, Burt Reynolds.
He says that twice, because he says that in the Formula 1 car.
It's like Aberdeen Hunger Force, that kind of humour, sort of a little bit weird, a little bit crude, kind of grown up, but it's still a cartoon. And I think it's by the same. The guy
he makes Bob's Burgers, don't he?
Yeah, and I think the guy that made Archer does the voice for Master Shake or something like that.
Oh, really?
Something to do with Aquatine Hunger Force. So.
But it was on that. They're both Adult Swim, weren't they?
Yeah.
I love because I've never seen Bob's Burgers, but I know what it is. And one bit when he has to work for Bob's Burgers.
Oh yeah.
He gets who he is. Yeah. He's married to her and that.
But there was
a different cartoon like graphic altogether.
I think it's also linked with that. There was another one on Adult Swim, some undersea thing.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you mean. I can't remember.
That somehow ties into it as well, I think.
Okay. Mate, it's just great. What it is, like, he's a spy, a secret agent, but they're all out for themselves. Any mission, they're all out for themselves.
But they have one mission, is it with plutonium?
They're so self-centered they are, because he works for his mum, so he gets away with a lot of stuff because he works for his mother.
They get odd missions where his mum's faked a bomb threat because like she wanted to go and
she wants the best room at the hotel.
It was like a blimp or something. She wanted to ride on the blimp, so she's putting a bomb threat. And it was that was very Lucille Bluth, wasn't it?
Her and Lucille too have a rivalry, so they try and outdo each other.
We've had the one where they something to do with plutonium, and it doesn't. The mission goes wrong. They're like, I guess we'll never know who was selling that plutonium. And you see Krieger turning up. And
And his pimped out van.
Oh, yeah.
Different bands every time, doesn't it?
His van is awesome.
When Archer's sort of wife or whatever, and Krieg's like, my van,
and then the gay one, and I like him. What's his bloody name?
Oh yeah. He's paralysed. Oh, he's alright.
And then he has to go back home. He's a redneck. His family's a redneck, and they don't know he's gay. And they just keep calling him a decorator or something. I can't believe he's one of them, an interior decorator. It's just and he's like an alcoholic because obviously like James Bond drank all the time, didn't he? With his drink, he just drinks all the time.
They've took him to the extreme, but he's a douchebag, but he's still got the skills to be a.
Yeah, he's really good, but he's out for himself all the time.
He's got the whole thing of he always knows how many bullets have been fired.
He's really clever when he shoots. Do I have to do everything around here? Just dropping all the bad guys and stuff. And it's just I'm just loving it.
Have you seen the space episode?
Mate, awesome. And Barry, what does other Barry think?
And Bryan Cranston did the voice of the main guy.
I thought he did. I kept listening, and I was like, I kept listening, and when he goes high pitched and stuff, and he's a bit, and he brings out that sort of like that voice, and I was like, that's got to be Bryan Cranston.
I didn't even realise.
And I was like, I've got.
That's what made that episode even more awesome, because I was like, it's Eisenberg.
And again, he has to do everything. He shoots them all with a laser thing. And he brings Pam along. I like Pam on here. I like that character. She's always got secret things she does. Like she's a fighter. She's a drifter. She's a drifter. She's a fighter. And I like that they keep the tattoos, and then always keep the tattoos. Because you're like,
Archie got 2 tattoos.
Yeah, and he's happy all the time.
Like that when he's. The woman's like, oh, what have you done? That's so irresponsible. And he's like, and then you find out he got the baby tattooed with Archer on his back as well. It's like, yeah, that's what the tattoo guy said, but then I give him $100 and it's fine.
It's just like, I love when he goes on a rampage, and I love the Bob's Burgers one again, where there's a shot, and I had to rewind it, where he fights him off, and he don't realise why he's got so many good, like, he can't, because he's got amnesia and he don't know why.
Oh yeah,
and he gets
it rips off History of Violence.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah. I remember that. I've seen that film.
Yeah, that's what the cop is, isn't it?
And when he gets the spatula, he just stabs him in the neck.
Darren.
Stabs the guy in the neck, and the blood
That kid looks like Darren.
and the blood just pisses out, mate. Remember that when he gets a spatula and just stabs him in the neck, the blood just sprays out.
Yeah.
So I was like, I've got to rewind that. It's like so good.
It is a cool show.
It's,
We watched it. Sorry, we've gone off on a slight tangent. We watched it at work, and I think either you or someone else said, "Oh, that looks like Darren."
Remember.
Sorry, we've gone off on a random tangent.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're on about.
but no, and I love that it's up to date, but it's not. It looks like a 60s sort of vibe as well with the things like the computers and that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
really old school.
really old
But then they've got
computers,
like iPhones or whatever, them sort of phones and stuff. It's just I like that. You don't know where it is, and then obviously the Cold War as well with the Russians and stuff.
There is a
And then it's
rumour they're going to do another
time.
2 seasons, but I don't know because it's been a little bit of a gap. But hopefully,
No, it's great. I just love it. You want to give it a check and see. I'm sure you get really into it. They're only 20 minutes long.
Well, it's like one of them things, like, you know, when you got a little bit of time, you can't quite put a movie on, you can't really watch an episode of, you know, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones, Walking Dead or whatever, because they're 40 to 50 minutes.
Attack on Titan type.
Yeah, it's like that. You can just kind of just pop it on. You know, I found myself probably doing other bits whilst I was, but it's still funny because it's not like you don't have to watch it to laugh. You can listen to it as well. Like, and I would watch it as well, but like the jokes were, you know, come from the voices.
I'd be doing the same. So I'm going to cook my tea to take to work. I'll take the laptop in the kitchen, put the episode on, and just sit there and chuckle.
You're not like intently watching it, watching every little frame, but you're just kind of like dipping in, dipping out. But it's still funny, and you still can kind of follow along.
I do like Barry though. Barry's awesome. He's just an evil.
Hey, the Barry.
Barry, it's great. And then his wife, his Russian wife, turns into a robot, and then it's Barry.
And you find out obviously why Archer doesn't like robots because of his accident with the vacuum cleaner.
I love it when he goes back to his child.
Yeah,
He's got a little face on it that he's made on the fever.
I love Woodhouse. He's awesome, a junkie and that, and then when he gets the old boys back from the war when they done that thing.
Oh yeah. No, it's good. We recommend that to anyone listening.
Yeah, most definitely. If you've got a subscription to Netflix, it's something you can just stick on, and you'll find yourself like season 4, and then you're like, "Cool, this is fun." What you got there, Chud?
Chud's sandwich, which is like the length of my arm.
Jesus.
So you can say for something else. The length of my leg.
Not going to be crude.
I'm making feast.
That's a rather large sandwich, Chud.
Thank you.
So I guess that's homework over and done with. Unfortunately, I didn't do mine, so I guess I'll have to catch up.
Yeah, check it out when
you guys can set me some homework for this coming week, and I'll see if I can cram in They Live also. So, anyone else want to chat about anything before we move on?
I've got one thing. Last week you guys were talking about. I think it was when you were going through the South Park list. You said about one of the episodes where they're sitting on the toilet backwards.
Yeah, the reverse cowboy.
Yeah. And none of you guys said you tried it.
Yeah.
I've done that.
After watching that episode?
No, it was years ago.
Experimental.
A friend
When he
once
was a little boy.
he said to me, "Have you ever done an AC Slater?" And I was like, "What the fuck's an AC Slater?" For those of you who may be a bit too young to know, AC Slater was a character in Saved by the Bell, and he used to always pull a chair up and turn it around backwards and sit on it backwards.
I got Ricky Gervais.
So he told me this. And that
Can I just interject? Is this the same friend that told you about having a naked poo? Because you told me about that one.
Oh, I don't know, might have been.
Oh, okay. Just wonder if you've got some strange fecal obsessed chum.
Just experiments with his toilet habits.
I have tried it. I have.
Yeah.
It's inconvenient because you have to take your jazzers and your underwear off. Otherwise you're in a fetal position sat on the toilet.
I can imagine, yeah.
It's
wouldn't the poo hit the front of the bowl?
Yeah. You're not going to get it in the water. Without hugging right up against the...
Well, yeah, you have to hug right. And the button's right there, so flush it.
Can you go side saddle instead, so you're just facing the toilet?
Yeah. Not sideways.
People demur about it.
Stick your feet up on the sink.
Yeah. New ways. Let's start a craze.
Because you said to me there was something like strangely liberating or relaxing about having a naked poo, and I'll agree with that one. It was kind of like, this is alright.
Yes. Naked poos. Yeah, the AC. I only ever did the AC Slater once.
Special occasion.
Yeah, it's just too
It's
much.
your birthday, reverse shit.
If I left that bathroom, just imagine if someone walked in and saw you doing that.
What are you doing?
All these years you've been doing it wrong.
Your trousers on the floor. Would see a trail of clothes
Well, you
leading
don't
up
take
to the
them off-
bathroom.
You just leave them on one leg.
Oh, just one.
Don't take them completely
What
off.
cool
you
kids do, one
lunatic.
leg.
So yeah, I just thought I'd tell you guys that I've done.
Thanks.
That's good that you actually listen to the podcast as well. Because normally you don't.
Well, I had it on.
Yeah.
Like, it was like going while I was doing things.
Well, I think that's the point of a podcast, really, isn't it? It's not like I can't imagine sitting there and like literally staring at like your device and going, "Yes, I'm going to enjoy this podcast." It's like if I want to do some housework, clean my bedroom, or I often listen to podcasts on the way to work. It's just something. A conversation going on or a voice in the background that just makes things seem to sort of pass the time a little bit quicker. That's why I listen to podcasts. Anyway. That's why I like doing podcasts. We can just sit here and chat about.
And even
random
when you're
stuff.
like not listening properly, I think a lot of it goes into your head as well, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the information.
Subliminal.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to know what your Game of Thrones thing is. Have you actually started watching it?
Well, me and my girlfriend, we like to sort of pick a series and then just try and follow it through to the end. So we've done stuff like we watched New Girl, we've finished off True Blood because the last season finished up a couple of weeks ago. We did House. We've yet to do Breaking Bad yet, but I want to get her to do it all again because I wouldn't mind watching it again.
Yeah.
So then we're sitting there like, what do we go Thor? What do we go for?
Mjolnir!
What do we go for?
You got a TV series.
Yeah. What do we go for? And there was a couple of things flying about in the air. We just thought, could we go Walking Dead? But I was a bit like, I've heard a few things that it kind of gets a little bit dreary around season 2 or 3.
It is good, but yeah, it does.
And then Dexter came up, and then I remember you guys saying sort of after season 2 it just kind of takes a bit of a downward turn.
Yeah.
So we thought, we'll put that to back burner. And we've always heard good things about Game of Thrones. So I think it must have been 2 weeks ago I got an episode up on my iPad because I always take it to my girlfriend's house. I stay around hers and we was watching episodes sort of before we go to bed or whatever. And I had it on there and I was like, should we do it? And she was like, should we watch it? Sorry.
Should we do it? And then should we do it?
Yeah.
Should we
do this and then do that? And it was like, I don't know if I can be bothered. So we put it back a week. And then the following week I still had it on my iPad. So it's like, it's there, we haven't got anything to watch. So we've officially started watching Game of Thrones, season 1, episode 1, and I watched it.
Beheadings, incest, attempted child murder all in one episode.
I've never seen it. I'm the only one. I must be the only one who's never seen it.
Me and my girlfriend, we've been dancing with the idea because after we finished Breaking Bad, it's like, what do we watch
Where do
now?
you go from there? Yeah.
And we've heard, like you said, lots of good things about it. And I remember watching the first few episodes, but I watched them late in the evening and I was a bit tired and that, so I kept slipping in and out of consciousness while I was watching it. And I remember waking up with some kid getting pushed out of a window.
Yeah. I think that's where episode 1 ends, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So it's one of those programs I want to give a go.
Yeah.
Because so many people say it's amazing.
It does every season from what gets better and better and better. Like season 4 was just phenomenal. The hard thing I find is just keeping track of all the characters.
Yeah,
when you
that's
got a
one
big
good
gap
struggle,
between seasons, and they suddenly
like just the beginning, like Sean Bean, what's his name, Tony Stark or something.
Eddard.
What's the house name? Stark.
Stark,
Isn't it?
yeah. Eddard Stark.
And he's got like 5 kids, and one of them's not
Jon Snow's the bastard.
Right. The bastard child.
Yeah, Jon Snow, the news report.
Well, he's a
I was
bastard.
thinking straight.
Anyone whose surname is Snow basically means they're illegitimate.
Yeah.
And then there's I can't remember half
One
the
of
names.
them's like Lily Allen's brother.
And then you got to remember other one. There's like the thingy Theon Greyjoy, who's like a retainer for the family.
Oh, yeah.
God, no, I'm lost already. I watched the one episode. I'm like, who the fuck's that? It's Sean Bean. He's not dead
Spring
yet.
so much in that now.
Spoiler alert, he's not dead yet.
Spoiler alert, I bet he will be.
And in episode 1, obviously we get introduced to Peter Dinklage.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He hasn't really done much yet, but just the fact that they reference him as like an imp, and he's just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm
His
just
whole
sleeping
thing is
with him.
basically drinking and fucking. That's all he wants to do.
Well, like he talks to Jon Snow about being like a bastard child, and he's like, dude, I'm a midget. It's like, can't get any worse than that.
Yeah.
Like people treat me as a bastard child, but I'm in the family, and get to see some boobs.
There's a lot of sex in it, yeah. Going around.
I had no idea. I think the actor's name's Jason Momoa, who's set to play Aquaman.
The Targaryen.
Yeah, like a big brutish guy. I thought he looked awesome. Like just his look, like big muscly guy, massive long hair, just cool like facial features. And I was like, I bet he's going to be a badass. And then apparently he's playing Aquaman in the new Batman v Superman, which could be cool. Yeah, I think he's quite good. Well, what I've seen, I've only seen one episode, and you get introduced to quite a few sort of different characters and whatnot. So.
It is one of those shows where I'm kind of like, I have to watch it as soon as it's on. I've got to watch this episode, and then we'll spend the whole week talking about it at work, like what's going to happen. We're still doing it now, like what's going to happen in the next series, what all the stuff that happened at the end of season 4, and there's something really, really gripping about it, I find. Yeah,
so Joe, if you want to introduce yourself to it, we can probably chat week by week as we go along.
It's an idea, isn't it? Because that's what I was
almost like what we're trying to do with Face Off. We keep sort of skipping weeks, don't we? But have you caught up?
I guess what you want to talk about the other week was the we're all sitting here masturbating again. Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah. That was quite a good episode. I thought it was pretty good. Yeah.
And then this.
Last week's episode was. See, I hadn't long watched it.
God, I've only watched it Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, it's like I always forget what it's about.
Oh, the G.I. Joe.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah. I thought it was all right. Wasn't too bad. Wasn't like the best.
I'm
episode.
surprised the winner they picked. I would have picked one of the other two. I like the guy who done the Christmas tree snake thing. That was like that's a perfect action figure. And the other guy who done it more subtle, like it would be in a film.
Oh yeah, I really like. He's the guy that works at Tom Savini's school. Yeah,
the guys with beards.
Yeah,
are knocking this out of the park at the moment.
Yeah, I did like hers. I thought hers looked more kind of. It was a cool, good mixture of like could be an action figure, could be like some sort of like mutant snake, in a show or a movie or anything.
Yeah, hers was cool, but I did prefer, I think, Sig's.
Yeah, it's kind of.
It was like, damn, that would be a great action.
Yeah, literally, you could just pick it up and just be like.
Well, like Glenn said, it's like I want two of them, one to keep in the box and one to play with, kind of thing.
Yeah. I thought it was really good. Yeah, the kid that goes to. Drew, I think his name is, goes to Tom Savini's school. He lectures there or whatever. Yeah, I did like his was very subtle, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was cool.
Gave him those sort of serpentine features
to make it look like he'd had like dermal implants rather than actually being a snake human hybrid.
Yeah, and I like the way, cause you often like look at the makeup and don't really see beyond the makeup, but I thought the actor, what do you call him, the person that takes model, the model, sorry, I thought he sold it really well. It kind of had the hood up and his hair looked really cool and sort of like was quite sort of serpentine.
You'll get one and suddenly the model is so into their character. You're like, wow, you're selling it just from what you're doing. Yeah.
Some just kind of walk out and just like, hey, I've got some makeup on. Some are like, I'll do a spin kick. Like, that's cool.
Because I quite liked on the Halloween horror one. There was one of them done a guy who pulled up and the top of his head.
Yeah.
I like the what was that? The chum something.
Oh yeah.
They basically had made up movie posters and they had to do a creature that would be in this movie, and this was called something with chum in the title, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So he'd done this like a sea captain who was like half man, half made of the contents of a chum bucket.
Yeah.
And there's this walking slab of meat and
mental,
bone, and it was like,
but it's really cool because he made the prosthetic so like the lower jaw was attached to the guy's chin, and then there was like a second.
The tongue on it was attached to the guy's. The tongue was attached to the guy's chin, and then the lower jaw was like on his neck. So when the tongue was kind of.
That's right. Yeah, it looked really cool and just like kind of gruesome and.
Because they then put them in the Halloween horror maze.
Yeah, the winner got to. Yeah, I think that was this past weekend, wasn't it? Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, it'll be going on now.
All right,
they go all the way through till Halloween.
All right, so it started this past week in Orlando and
Hollywood.
Yeah.
So they do amazing. These characters will obviously jump out and chase you around a bit.
I'd have gone to that. My sister did in a minute.
I can't believe that when me and Amy went to Florida, we went in November, and it's like, why didn't we go a month earlier? But prices, obviously.
Yeah.
They done a Walking Dead one there 1 year as well. That was supposed to be really.
I think last year or the year before they did Hostel.
Yeah.
And Eli Roth was there in disguise, so he's dragging people out at gunpoint and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's awesome, man. That's great. Have you seen any of the face-offs?
I have not. No. When you first started talking about it, I thought you were talking about John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. So it don't sound like the movie I watched.
Yeah, no, they're really good, but I bet.
Is it like
season 3? I think I was on that.
It sounds, I was about to say it sounds like Ink Master's just.
Ink Master, but special makeup effects.
Yeah. It's very fucking cool.
Yeah, it's a really good show.
It's on Netflix or anything? I haven't seen it.
No.
It's hard to get because It doesn't really show over here in England very often.
It's a show that
I think it comes on Sci-Fi.
Sci-Fi, yeah.
They're quite behind on it, aren't they? I think they started showing Series 1 when Series 5 had already aired in America or something daft like that. Yeah, it's quite...
Yeah. So you have to find other means to watch this show.
Unfortunately you do, but, you know. Sticking with TV series, have you heard of the one that's just started called The Strain?
Strain?
The Strain, yeah.
No.
We're only on season 2 here. I think the season 2 or 3 are there this week. Season 11's going to air in the States. It's on FX in America and it's on Watch here. It stars Corey Stoll, Sean Astin, David Bradley, he's in Game of Thrones. He was the old guy in Hot Fuzz, you couldn't understand what he's saying. He's got the landmine.
Yeah.
He's in it. It's based on a series of novels by Guillermo del Toro and a guy named Chuck Hogan. They've done 3 novels: The Strain, The Fall, and The Night Eternal. It's kind of Guillermo's take on the Dracula legend, if you like.
Okay.
It's really fucking good.
Yeah.
First episodes are like an hour and a half. Really, really good. It's a plane lands at JFK Airport. It's suddenly like all contact with it's been lost, and they go out there and like, Andrew Divoff's in it. He was the Wishmaster, weren't he? He's in it.
Oh, right,
he goes out. He works at the airport. And they go out and they're like, shit, this plane's cold. It's like a dead animal. What the hell's happened? All the shutters are down. They don't know what's going on. They go on board, and there was 210 passengers. And only 210 people, including the crew. Only 4 are alive. The rest are all just dead in their seats. And they're like, "Oh fuck! I think we've got a viral contagion here." And it's to do with the CDC are trying to find out what's going on.
Okay.
And all they've got was this. There's a massive 9-foot box in the compartment, and it's like, hold on, this isn't on the manifest, and it's just filled with soil. I guess it's like Dracula.
Yeah.
But it is more how he did vampires in Blade 2.
Yeah.
Because it's like this tentacle thing. When you see the thing that was in this box, he's in a robe, and he's quite vicious. This tentacle thing will come out, it'll grab someone, he drank their blood, he snapped their neck, and then he smashed their face into a bloody pulp. Yeah. And you're like, well, you're a fucking angry dude. But it's really, really good, yeah. Really good. We're like, shit, we need to just like really want to marathon it.
Yeah.
It's a really good series.
So it's novels written by Guillermo del Toro.
Guillermo del Toro.
Has it got anything to do with like directing or writing?
He directed the pilot episode and another one, I don't know which. It's one of those things that's got like 2 or 3 different directors or something.
Because talking about like directors and that, and you did say like Eli Roth earlier. Did anybody ever watch his TV series? What he did? It always.
Oh, I've got.
I don't know if it's any good or not. It's
something Grove, isn't it? Or
Hemlock Grove.
Hemlock Grove.
Biker Grove.
Biker Grove. You done that? That's it. Why, hey man, I'm going to kill you.
Why, hey man, there's a fucking werewolf, man.
Set a torture room up, man.
Is it full fucking moon out there?
Hey. Yeah, no. Where do we go from there?
I don't know. No, I never did watch it.
No, I don't know if there's any. If
I've heard it's alright.
That's supposed to be quite.
I forgot all about it.
Werewolves or something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
I would assume that it'd introduce other characters, maybe vampires and whatnot, because they kind of come together as a pair, don't they?
Generally.
As long as it don't get.
But because I'm normally like, I'll never watch True Blood because I was like, I'm kind of getting a bit sick of the whole vampire thing.
No, I've never seen it.
Oh, well, that's quite good.
The first couple of series are really good.
Yeah. But I was getting tired of it. So I'm getting tired of vampires, and I thought, I'll give it a strain. It goes Guillermo del Toro, and I'm like, I'm fucking hooked on
I
it.
have to check. It does sound really good. You've sort of sold
it was. It was.
I did like the Blade 2. I did Blade 2. I thought that was really.
Yeah.
That was really good. His version of that. Like,
I like his.
So is it like his way of how he sees vampires? I suppose.
Yeah, kind of. Because it does some clever. There's loads of little clever things going on. There was one. I think it's in episode 3. It will start off, and you'll see someone. You've seen him always as a human, and then you realise he doesn't look human at all. He's got like no ears, he's got no nose, and he has to put all little prosthetic things on, put a mask on, paint all his flesh to make himself be able to go out in the human world.
He should have got the face off.
Yeah. But it's kind of like, I'm not going to have to do this for much longer. They've got getting Dracula back, and they just basically want to turn as many people as possible. Okay. Amy spotted a good thing. There's a little girl on the aeroplane, and she's one of the victims on it, or is she? And Amy's like, that's a little girl out of Mama. Like, it was the younger sister. It's like, well spotted. Yeah, she did a really good spot there.
I like that. So it's got like little hints to horror stars and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, there's a weird,
actors
in a weird way. There was, I think the first episode is narrated by Lance Henriksen, then Sean Astin's in it, and let me check. What was that old guy's name? David Bradley. All 3 of them were at Milton Keynes when we went there. They were all there at the same time, and now they've all had a sort of bit in this show. But it's really good. I thoroughly recommend it.
Yeah, cool. Sweet. Good recommendation.
Yeah, I'm always intrigued by like TV shows because they're getting so good nowadays.
They really do. They do.
They're not like how they used to.
Like the budgets and stuff.
Yeah, they're like the new films, basically.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Like Fargo, like, I didn't expect to like really enjoy Fargo.
Yeah.
Fargo was excellent, and I think shows like Breaking Bad probably really paved the way for it.
Yeah.
Now network TV sort of execs are sort of like, we can probably make a lot of money out of this,
So they have so much more time to flesh out the characters and the world.
Why try and squeeze everything in a movie when you can?
What's for this? It was like, normally you'd get a book converted into an hour and a half film, and this is like, wait,
this is Hunger Games, and you get like 6 movies, or Harry Potter,
and then you
like
can't,
9 movies,
and then you can't sell it properly. And people,
but they are still roughly doing a movie a book, aren't they? But this is,
and then people get annoyed because they're like,
this is like 13 episodes. You got like 11 hours to tell a story in this book, and it's like, that's about right. How long did it take you to read the damn thing? Probably.
That's cool. That's awesome.
But I've got some other TV series news, and then I'll shut up for a bit. Where was it? Shut up.
Don't shut up, it's a podcast.
You've heard about Gotham, yeah?
I saw an advert for it today.
This is before Batman, isn't it? Like
it's to do
Batman.
more with
Commissioner Gordon.
It's gone off my radar.
Commissioner Gordon, Harvey Bullock.
It's been advertised on
It airs in the UK in October, doesn't it?
I think very soon, yeah. The pilot episode is apparently going to focus on how Cobblepot becomes the Penguin, and in the background of that will be the murder of Thomas and Martha Wayne. And during the series, they're going to feature a young Poison Ivy, Selena Kyle, and Edward Nygma before he becomes the Riddler as well.
Awesome.
And they're hoping they could be in it for the long run, and they're kind of like, we want to keep introducing these villains over the next 5, 6, 7 years, like as long as we can keep this going.
I like that it's come before. I like that it's showing you Gotham as a city, and it's showing you before Batman. That's cool. You think he'd come into it?
Starring in it?
Hank Schrader?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. But not as Hank Schrader.
No. That'd be odd.
Do you think Batman will come in it later? Probably if it goes down the line.
No.
You see as
it's just going to be
because if it's got his parents' murder, I guess at the start he's going to be 8 or 9 years or whatever he is. Unless they go for another 10 years, and they'll eventually get to.
Or maybe they're going to like build up the villains in the TV show, and maybe cross over because they've got like Arrow, they've got a Flash. Hopefully like DC are going to pull their finger out and maybe make an all-encompassing universe like Marvel have done, and Marvel are going to do a Netflix only Daredevil series. They've got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that kind of ties in a little bit, and all the different movies in the cinematic universe.
They haven't given any news on the Joker yet, because I don't know because his origin's never been.
Yeah, he's had a couple of different origins, hasn't he?
No one's actually said who he really is. Not in the comics and that. So. But
it'll be interesting to see who they cast as. It'll be like a young Joker, I guess, won't it? But since Heath Ledger, I think people have. It's been kind of hallowed grounds. People sort of dead.
I think they need to mix it up so you still never know. They kind of like hint at 3 or so people it could be.
Yeah, that'd be quite.
And then
cool.
you're like, I'm not sure which one of them it actually was. That'd be quite cool. But we'll see what they do.
Yeah.
I like the sound of it. Okay, I'll hand over to someone else for a bit.
Go on, Shaun, you've been teasing us evening. So.
Okay, so here's my story about me and Jessie Eisenberg. I was on Facebook the other day, and when you go in your messages, you got like your main messages, and then there's a little tab that just says other.
Yeah.
Normally it's just full of spam, or people have tried to send you messages from groups that you're in or anything like that, so I normally don't check them, but this evening I just thought, I wonder what that is. I haven't noticed that, it just said a little 1 next to it. So I clicked on it, and it was from an American girl. I thought, was it going to be one of these, Russian brides things? Hi, I've come across your profile, I think you're really interested. And it was weird. It was a lady called Amy who just said, hi, I come across your video on YouTube. Now, this is on my own personal channel. Yeah. I don't know if you guys see a video. I did it, I don't know. I did it when myself and Chud were living at School Lane, which was probably, 4 years ago, maybe more?
No, it's
videos
about 3 years ago. 2011.
Yeah.
The one with the birds,
Yeah, that's the one.
Was it? Okay.
One day I was just kind of kicking around, not much to do. I just bought this sort of video camera thing, and I saw a dead bird in the yard. So I literally just put my camera in front of it and filmed it for probably like an hour or so. Sped up the footage so it looked like a time lapse. It wasn't technically a time lapse, but it looks like a time lapse. And I just kind of bookended it with 2 quotes about death and the futility of death, and left the audio as it was, so it's just like flies going, and I just stuck it on YouTube, not expecting it to go anywhere. And I've had a few people asking if they can use their footage in like music videos and stuff like that.
Oh, right,
and I just thought, it was a thing. It didn't cost me any money. I just, sometimes you just think art is free, just use it or whatever. But it's nice that people ask me. I'm sure more people have ripped it off and used it without asking me, but some people have, and I just sort of say, yeah. So this girl Amy messaged me and she goes, yeah, I come across your video. I'm going to be shooting a movie soon. Was just wondering if we could use the footage. And I was like, oh, okay. She's like, email me at blah 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 for more details. I was like, it's probably going to be some sort of student film or whatever. And then I emailed her and just said, hi, I'm interested to know more. What's the plot, and in what context is my footage going to be used? So she emailed back and it was like, oh, I'll send you the plot synopsis. And I was sort of scanning through it, and it was like blah 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 is so and so, blah 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 is so and so, and it was like so and so Jesse Eisenberg, and I was like, what? You want to use my footage in a movie that Jesse Eisenberg's going to be in? Granted, there's not a big budget Hollywood blockbuster. No. It's done by a Norwegian director who I haven't yet done much research on.
You're going to find out it's not him at all. It's a different one. It's a Norwegian guy. Oh, Jesse! That doesn't sound Norwegian.
No, that's funny.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Eisenberg.
Yeah, it may or may not be him, but there's not many Jesse Eisenbergs kicking around, is there?
That's still
So I thought it was really interesting. I just said, what context is the footage going to be used? And apparently there's a character in the movie who, it's a spouse, whether it's his wife or his mother or sister, dies. So he basically mourns through YouTube and watches videos about death and decay and stuff. And apparently the director likes the idea of like time lapses and periods of time going quickly in death, and because in the video that I made, it's sort of swarmed by flies and maggots. And
need to get on there and put a comment quickly, so my comment will get in there.
Subliminal messages.
So yeah,
no, subscribe to ChapterSkip.
Yeah. So we've been sort of going back and forth, and she's like, yeah, that's really cool that you want to do it. Can you send me the footage? So I did that, and then had to sign like a release and stuff.
Oh, right, okay.
So
you've done it all officially then. Cool.
Yeah, I just thought it was really, really cool. They've yet to start. I'm not sure if they're starting post-production or production just yet, because I said, have you got any links to Facebook, Twitter, any websites, anything like that? And they haven't yet made that, but once they get in the post-production process, they'll get in contact with me and sort of keep me updated and stuff. Sweet. And hopefully I can give you guys a few updates. I won't kind of give away the plot or anything, but at the moment the movie's going to be called Louder Than Bombs, but I think that's a working title at the minute. It'll probably change into something else, but yeah, it was kind of crazy. Like when I see Jesse Eisenberg, I was like, wow, this is like a real, actual, proper,
cool.
movie.
Yeah,
So anyone wants to watch
you
that?
made that, but yeah.
I don't think I've still seen the footage. So.
No.
It's quite good because the bird sort of moves around, doesn't it? As all the flies are.
It's kind of,
pushes it about.
I didn't realise it was only an hour. I thought it was much longer than that because it moves about quite a bit.
And, it's sped up quite quickly. The video on YouTube's about 3.5 minutes, and I watched it. Like, I haven't watched it in ages, and I don't monitor my old. Like, I only use my personal YouTube channel to watch videos. I don't have it linked up to Google or anything like that because I used it on an old Hotmail address, and basically I don't get comments through it, so I don't know if anyone's liked, commented, or shared or whatever. So I went on there. There's quite a few comments. I think it's got like a couple of thousand views, and I was like, awesome. Never expected that to happen. And you can just see sort of people saying, "Can I use it in my music video?" I'm like, oh, all right. I don't really have the capacity to get back to you, but
I'll have to look at the old skeleton one I did. Anyone like that or not? So,
Can
we use that in your movie?
Probably not. It's just got a skeleton going, fucker!
So as we get through the podcast, I'll update you guys on how that goes. But I thought that's quite interesting.
Then we'll all watch it, review it, and go, I thought the film was shit, but I love that footage.
And what you could say is like, do you need some extras? I'll come over.
Well, the thing is, like, it's in America, and I guess it's not a super budget movie, but I did say if there's anything else I can help with, I'd be glad to have some input, but she was like, just your footage is cool.
Link in one of our ChapterSkip videos and go, like, this is what else we can do.
If you want like some nerdy guys talking about movies,
Just give us food and beds.
Here's some links to some commercials we've been in. Want to see our acting chops?
Ask if there's a masturbating section.
Yeah.
You've been in that.
do you need a shot of 4 guys sitting in a room stroking their beard?
M is for master beard. And
Oh, that'd be good, yeah.
that'd be cool.
So that's my little story.
That's pretty
Cool.
good.
That's awesome.
And Chuddy, do you want to take the centre stage and talk about your story?
Oh,
Each and every week, Chud likes to grab some list action off the internet and pose this to us. Top 10, top 14, top 11,
Top 13.
top 13.
Top 13 today. Alright, keep you guys on
Top
your toes.
13.
Top 13.
It's Chud's list.
Mark
Top
it like
13 list.
After my theme tune search.
One day we'll have a theme tune.
Top 13 movies with the most depressing endings of all time. So downbeat endings.
I can guess a couple of these then.
Okay. Well,
I'm guessing. Can I voice a few? The Mist is going to be in there, definitely.
well, I'll go through the list.
Titanic.
Ruin it.
Titanic.
No, they made that upbeat, didn't
Bleeding
they?
Lake being an example just made people angry more than depressed, but we'll see. Go on now. I like
Right.
a downbeat ending.
Starting at number 13, I'm guessing.
Spoiler alert for all these films for anyone who hasn't seen it.
I was going to watch that tonight.
Oh, I don't feel like being depressed.
Alright, so number 13, Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, I know what
It's
you
all
mean.
about-
Oh, yeah.
The black man
guess.
who gets shot.
They kill her, yeah.
All but the lead character succumb to flesh eaters, yet the sole survivor ends up getting shot by police, mistaken for one of the undead.
Yeah, when he's
That's
when
very
he's
depressing,
when he's the
isn't
one
it?
who's like helped everyone,
Yeah, he's
and they
been
just
like the hero,
use,
isn't
look at his colour sort of thing in a way. And
No, they just think he's a zombie, don't
Yeah.
they?
but they
It's not
got done for racism as well, didn't it, back then?
No, I don't
No,
think
because the
it was
black
done
guy
in
was the lead character.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying they did kick up a lot. I watched that thing on Netflix where they kicked up
I
that.
didn't think they kicked up. I
Black
thought
and white film, huh?
they were just. I
Very good.
thought they were just pissed off that they killed the lead character.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
Sure.
after all that, this guy's helped all these people out, and we didn't care about race or colour or creed, and then you just shoot him in the end.
Number 12. I've got fucking numbers here, I'm going to lose. Okay.
Number 6.
I haven't actually seen it. Rosemary's Baby. Anyone see it?
I think
I know, I've heard of it. Yeah, that was made by
remake of that, or they have done a
that was made by the ones with Charles Manson's.
It's Roman Polanski, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
Charles Manson killed his wife.
I've not seen it for a long
So at the end of this horror classic, Rosemary is told that the baby she has been carrying died during childbirth. She soon finds out that her baby is actually alive and well. She also finds out that the child is the spawn of Satan,
Yeah, that's
and she is the mother of the Antichrist.
it's a 60s film, wasn't it? 1760s, something like that.
Number 11, Easy Rider.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, the hillbillies.
Turns out it's not so easy.
The hillbillies.
Keeps falling off his bike.
Yeah.
Soon as them stabilisers come off.
The rednecks shoot them, don't they? Don't like them.
Shall I keep reading the little bits that go with it?
Why not? Why not?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, go on.
Alright, 2 hippie bikers embark on an open-air road trip from California to New Orleans. They meet a bunch of colourful characters along the way. They also meet a grisly end to their lives at the end of the movie when they are ambushed by some angry locals.
Jack Nicholson's in that.
I just thought something else was going to definitely be on your list. A certain
Part.
mile of a greenish tint. I would have thought.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Number, I can't remember what number I'm up to, I've forgotten already.
Like 10 or something?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know what this list is, but I'll carry
Number
on.
potato.
Number.
The Wicker Man.
The original, not the new fucking remake.
Yeah,
I
well,
guess.
Nicolas
No one cared
Cage.
about Nicolas
Nicolas
Cage.
Cage.
Sergeant Howie makes his way to a mysterious island in search for a missing girl. He finds her and seemingly rescues her from an impending sacrifice. Yet he finds out too late that he is actually the intended sacrificial target, and the girl only lured him into the island to meet his doom.
And they
Good.
burn Edward Wood
Yeah.
in a big wooden wicker man.
big-
Or a big wickery.
it was in the town centre of Wisbech.
It probably was.
This is
It's got Christopher Lee in full drag. Weirdly enough.
this
It's
is
a proper weird film, isn't it?
this is not one I've heard of. Chinatown.
No.
Chinatown, yeah, that's a film noir with Jack Nicholson. That's a good film, a detective. Yeah, really good film.
Okay.
You should check it out
I
sometime.
recognise a little picture.
It's a good film.
Oh, that's not for Chinatown. That picture.
Is it not?
That picture's from Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Oh yeah, that's below it.
Oh.
That's the next one.
I wonder what's coming
It's really,
next.
it's really good for the film noir, like the detective sort of style. It goes down and it's like it always gets recommended, sort of.
Well, we've just done 2 in 1.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
What number was that, Jeff?
8.
Do you?
14?
21.
40, next, we got The Vanishing.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
When Rex's girlfriend Saskia disappears on vacation, he embarks on a desperate search to find her. He runs into the kidnapper, who informs Rex that he will let him know what happened to Saskia by letting him experience what she went through. This is Jeff Bridges' film, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. The movie ends with Rex awakening from a drug-induced state to find himself being buried alive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That was quite-
I've seen that film. That's
What
quite.
was that film? That was
It's, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Jeff Bridges.
the one with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman in, with it. Seven, is it? Seven?
Yeah.
That was quite a bad ending. Yeah.
Oh, Joe, you just ruined the next one.
There you go.
7 is next. Yeah.
Yeah.
What number was that?
That's number
7.
seven.
Probably not. I don't know. Probably number 4.
It's in the bag.
Top 10. Sometimes 13. Sometimes.
Detectives! That's the thing with that movie, they never catch him, he gives himself up, doesn't he?
Yeah.
No matter how hard they were trying.
Well,
they
that's
never-
the whole thing.
yeah.
Like,
Which I like about it.
Well,
Yeah.
these little synopses are getting quite long. I can't bother to read them all out.
I'll probably just
what's
explain
up
it to
to
you every
seven?
time.
Requiem
6.
for a Dream.
Yeah,
Yes.
great film.
Which I've never seen.
Well,
No,
you watch it.
Horrifically
No?
depressing.
Yeah,
movie.
really depressing.
But
very good.
bloody good.
Jared
movie.
Leto.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's
One
a
of the
picture of him.
Wayans brothers.
Yep, he plays a really serious role. It's not a scary movie role.
Yeah.
It says in the synopsis I can read the word drugs.
Yeah.
Heroin and that.
Yeah, a lot of drugs.
Really fucked up as well, the visuals and that. And
Yeah,
his mum
it's
with his
quite
mum
sort of.
Isn't his mum just on normal over-the-counter pills? But
Yeah, well, that's the
it
whole
kind
thing.
of
It's like a
ties it in with-
juxtaposition
yeah.
of like
She
just
wants to
3
be-
different addictions.
Yeah.
Like Jared Leto, obviously, like hard drugs, and then she's
Yeah,
addicted to
well,
like dieting and sort of trash TV.
She wants to get on the TV show, don't she?
Yeah, and then his girlfriend's like addicted to something else. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
what she's addicted to.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know what she's
Well, she does,
addicted to.
yeah, become a prostitute. And
Yeah, that probably is. Isn't
Oh,
it?
that's right.
Well, I think it was sex, actually.
Sex or something,
It was, I
yeah.
think, yeah. I think it was.
And then doesn't work out for anyone in that
No.
movie, does it?
No.
Coming in at number 4, I think.
Ish.
Dancer in the Dark. Anyone?
No.
No, Miniverse.
Dances with Wolves.
And that Bruce Springsteen song.
A sweet Czech immigrant named Selma is forced to kill the cop that has been stealing money for her. She gets put on trial, gets labelled as a communist sympathiser, and is given the death penalty. She sings as she walks to the gallows, and her song is abruptly stopped by the snap of the rope around her neck.
Okay.
Beautiful. Number 3, Donnie Darko.
I can't remember how that ends now.
No, I can't. I just remember it being a
he
really...
shows
He lets
him
himself
die,
die, don't he?
Dies,
So
don't he? He
that
lets
whatever it
himself
was
die.
that was happening
The
didn't
thing
actually
falls through his bedroom, kills
Yeah.
him. There.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's girlfriend all the way through the film. She just breaks by and says, "What's happened to him?"
Yeah. I wouldn't
She
call
don't
it
know him. She don't know him or
depression,
anything, does she?
yeah.
She don't- like because he gives himself up, sort of thing.
Not depressing, just kind of confusing.
Yeah. Got Patrick Swayze in there as well.
Was that? No, he's like,
He's a paedophile
Yeah, he's a
head
paedophile,
teacher.
isn't he? Yeah.
yeah.
Number 2, there's another.
No, he's like a
Random.
self-help guy. Ain't he?
I saw that one.
House of Sand and Fog.
Never heard
No,
of
I like the title, but I don't know it.
This movie starts with a woman that erroneously
What?
blah 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 blah. Mark's that word from I can't pronounce.
Does she die from falling
Erroneously.
That's what
Erroneously.
Just
Just made up a new word.
I did. Got evicted from
Erroneously.
home trying to reclaim the house from the struggling Iranian family that brought it. The movie ends with the Iranian family's son getting shot by the police, her father killing his wife before she finds out what's happened to the son, and the father committing suicide.
Sounds pretty
Lovely.
depressing, yeah.
That's great. Go out with a bang.
Number 1, it's a pretty good film. I'm disappointed it's not like it's a Green Mile and that on it. The Wrestler.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that was
That's
kind of
not really-
ambiguous, wasn't it?
Yeah, that wasn't
Same guy
a-
made Requiem for a Dream, wasn't it?
No.
Oh,
No?
I thought it was. No, yeah.
Darren Aronofsky. Did he make Requiem? I can't
I
remember.
think he did.
He might have,
I
yeah.
think he did.
Yeah, I'm
he did
surprised
Black
no-
Swan.
No Green
Yeah,
Mile.
I think he did.
The Mist, I thought,
he
would have been on there.
He did.
Well, what it says here, I mean, it's Shaun, you've seen the film. Joe, you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wrestlers.
Great
I haven't seen
movie.
the rest.
Nothing
Really
brilliant.
good
really.
film.
I keep
Very,
meaning
very,
to,
very
but
good
I've just
film.
never got
Ricky
around to it.
Rourke.
It's got Necro Butcher in
Very
it.
good.
That's just the best part about it.
This movie follows wrestler Randy the Ram Robinson as he tries to make a comeback and reconnect with his daughter. He has to quit wrestling due to a serious heart condition, but climbs back into the ring for one more shot of glory. The film ends with Randy making his signature move the move that will undoubtedly end his life.
Yeah, but it kind of
But
if it
then-
goes to black. Yeah,
That's the
you
way, so you don't know if he died or
So
not.
they could do like the wrestler 2 and just go like
Hey, didn't
1, 2, 3, and then he wins. Yeah, and then you can carry on from there and be like, hey.
It's not like big wrestling on TV, Mark. He's like sort of the
Yeah,
underdog
he
sort of
used to
thing.
be.
He used to be, and he's still living that dream. That's all he knows.
Yeah.
And he's sore, and he's just
You know, there's
he's
some
ruined. His
Mickey
legs are
Walker's
ruined.
exceptional.
Yeah,
You know
his
the song
knees
for
are
the
fucked.
wrestler?
Sorry.
You know the song for the wrestler?
by Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, they seen there was someone done a Mickey take for called The Slasher.
No.
They've changed the lyrics and it's a song about Jason Voorhees. And it's like, sort of dude, if you've ever been folded in half, you've seen me. And it's got loads of footage of him snapping people in half. I'm like, this is fucking awesome. But yeah, I'm surprised no Green Mile. The Mist I thought would have been on. That was proper downbeat.
Yes.
You guys seen that?
What about Bambi?
Missed.
That's downbeat at the end.
Titanic's quite.
Yeah, but everyone knows the story.
No,
of
but
this.
the Titanic ended with her like chucking that pearl in the river, and it's like, that's alright.
The Mist was kind
You
of
mean the ocean?
Yeah, the river.
Yeah, the river.
that big river. What's that
Big stream that the Titanic.
big,
river? It went down a river. It went down a river. Oh, I fucking died. Oh, it's only over there. You can swim to the shore. No,
I'll never leave you. You're gonna get cold.
You're up on that hill there, you
the
bastard.
bank. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, the river bank.
Text the floor as well. I have to float.
There's a bridge a mile up there.
Someone just chuck a float in.
What about the lock? Oh, undo the lock. We're stuck into the lock. Oh no.
in the river?
Yeah, dear. Yeah, I'm surprised like the Mist isn't on it. That was proper. It was one of those. I can't say Sean's not seen it, but like
I've seen the fog. It's only been a 2.
it's, Thomas Jane who did. It was the Punisher in the early Punisher film. The one in between Dolph Lundgren and Punisher Warzone. There's a military have been doing some experiments. They've opened a gateway to another dimension flight. Loads of mist everywhere, loads of creatures, and they hole up in a convenience store.
Yeah.
But it does that thing where it's
Oh, I've seen it. No, is it with the
the same
tentacles keep
direct-
coming through the
the
coming
same
through and they're grabbing them? They're grabbing them under the door in the garage and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's it.
I've seen it. Yeah.
So Stephen King's
I've
like
seen-
the same director who did
I've seen it.
Shawshank and Green Mile.
I can't remember how it ends though, but I have seen
If Sean's
it.
not saying it, I'm not. But it's one of those like all you had to do was wait 2 minutes,
I can't. No, don't say.
minutes.
Yeah, don't say the ending because.
or I've not left the place where they started in because
No, I
they
watched-
came. Yeah,
I watched that years ago. I did watch that.
really
years
good
ago.
film. Really,
What
really
happened
good.
at the end of Wolf Creek? Did they all get killed in that?
No,
No,
he got
the
away,
lad-
didn't
I
he?
can't remember.
The
Yeah.
same in the second one. It was like they
Yeah.
found a survivor who
Yeah,
said
the second one's a
mental
road
rape.
movie. He's on the road.
Ah, brilliant.
Jason let the hit you.
Well, Joe, I was
Second
meaning
one's
to
good.
ask you. Quite a while back, we watched a movie. And it was kind of like one of these serial killer movies, but it was done as a documentary, and they're following him around.
I think it's on Netflix.
Oh, was that Leslie Vernon?
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it was. Leslie Vernon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the one
And they
you
talk
think
about Freddy Krueger on.
It was a bit mixed.
Yeah.
I'm trying to explain it to my girlfriend.
Is it?
and
Yeah.
she
Is
said,
that Leslie
"Sounds
Vernon?
The
interesting."
rise of.
Sean could probably.
Yeah.
I thought
It's
it was
called
really
Leslie
clever.
Vernon.
Just a bit different.
Sean, I don't know, something like
Yeah, the rise of something of Leslie
that.
Vernon.
The rise
yeah.
of.
They follow him around. And he's like, oh,
Yeah.
no, you have
It's
to do
pretty
so much.
cool. It's a good idea. It's a cheap
It didn't
film.
quite work, but he's
It's
on
showing
about
you how serial
that
killers
cardio
is,
you've
like,
got
come
to
with
do
me
to
on-
look like you're walking, but still catch up.
That's
to them,
it, yeah.
Kind of,
and then
yeah.
he's like, and he's like, now I've set it up. I've scared her because when she's like taking the trash out of the back of her shop and that, and he sits and watches her and
Yeah.
scares her. And he said, now I've set her up to frighten her and stuff like that. And it's quite a cool idea. Yeah, Leslie.
I'm sure it's the rise of Leslie.
The rise of Leslie.
They mention him in something else.
Behind the Mask,
Yeah,
The
they do,
Rise of
yeah.
Leslie Vernon from
That's it.
2006.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay, cheers.
Yeah.
That character got mentioned in something else.
He did,
I can't
yeah.
remember what film it was.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Right, Chud has done with his list, so that's
His top, what was it, 13?
top-
I think?
It's a top
Maybe.
number list.
top number list.
Just pick a number,
We'll
people.
just call it Chud's list.
Yeah.
So you guys need a segment now,
Yeah.
because after Chud's list comes my top 3 stories that you get to pick, and then we talk about one of them.
Well,
so-
I've still got some notes I haven't
Oh, have
covered,
you?
so don't worry.
All right then.
Do you want to
get into those first?
Yeah,
or
do
should
you
we
want to
finish?
do you want to do the notes and then we finish with that?
Well, I've actually, because I'm usually quite a grumpy bastard, apparently.
All your stories start with that. It was last week. You know, guys, I'm quite grumpy
Are you?
sometimes.
We don't know
I did a good deed this week.
Did you
I
now?
finished work and I was going to the car and I could do this sort of.
Decided not to strangle some kid.
Yeah. Didn't disembowel anyone.
Yeah, I didn't kill no one. I went home, straight home, went to bed and didn't kill
Didn't
no one.
sacrifice anyone to Cthulhu.
Didn't shoot any cats. Didn't catch any bats.
Catch any bats. I never shot a cat. I threw some
water?
water at it and it's like, the jug broke. Not my fault.
Shot a cat.
But I could hear
That's
this
a
like
bird.
scraping noise and I thought, what's that? And I could see a Oh, God. Is that one jingle?
That's giving you right.
The animal
So it's-
catcher. What was it?
Shot a cat.
No, catch a cat. Catch a cat. Shot a bat.
No, other way around.
Oh, shot. What? No,
This jingle's terrible.
Shot a cat. Isn't it? Oh, catch a bat.
Yeah, catch a bat, shot a cat.
Yeah, that's
Look
it.
out, it's a grumpy twat.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Yeah, but I wasn't grumpy in this one.
Oh,
Let me tell a story. I heard this like scraping
grumpy
noise,
now.
and I thought, oh, it's just the wind pushing, a carton about. I thought, hang on, it's not actually a fucking windy night. What's going on? And I had a look, and I could see like this cup dragging along the path, and I had a closer look. It was like, oh, a rat, I think, has picked it up and is dragging it along. Went for a little close look, and it was one of those like a McDonald's type milkshake thing with a larger hole in the top. You can get your spoon in and have a good dig at it. And there was a little hedgehog with his head stuck in it. And me being me, I was a nice guy. Removed it from his head, put it in the bin.
You know what?
You
That's-
what
Put the
animal?
hedgehog in the bin.
Remember,
Not the hedgehog in the bin.
I
yeah.
walked to work this was years ago. I walked to work one morning, exactly the same thing.
Oh, right.
It looked like he'd had surgery or something. He had one of those cones on his head. And I remember I held it, I pulled it, but when I pulled it, you could see his
Head
neck just gone, his head come off. You can see his head, so I had to stand there for about 10 minutes holding it while he worked his head out.
Oh, this was straight away, just a little twist in it.
Right.
You and animals,
Fat
man. There's always man.
But then I felt a little bit worried about whether did I do the right thing. Had he previously phoned his missus up and gone, oh, guess what I found, Dave? I'm going to bring you this home. It's fucking awesome. And then I took it, and he's like, oh fuck, that one's going to kill me, man.
On his little hedgehog phone.
You could.
Because we was having a debate at work. Someone was on about there was a dog's
Do
home.
hedgehogs have phones?
There was a dog's home that burnt recently.
In Manchester, wasn't it?
And
Yeah,
someone
that
was
was
moaning
terrible.
about, oh, people have
That was
donated all this
terrible.
money, but they didn't do it when there's a flood. People help animals more than humans. I'm like, to be fair, I was quite happy to help that hedgehog. If we had a bloke walking down the road with his head stuck in a bin,
In a cone
I'd
or
have fucking
something.
left him to it.
That's a normal weekend in Wisbech.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I just thought, look at that twat, and carried on about the business.
Yeah.
So we've got to change the jingle now. Shot a cat, catch a bat,
Catch a bat.
saved a hedgehog, Mark.
Saved the saved the hedge off, took off his hat.
Look out, Mark the angry twat.
Hello.
Thank you.
We'll perfect it for next week. Me and Joe, a cappella version. You sing the first line, the second line goes to me, call and response, yeah?
I'll bring my ukulele.
Chud ukulele in the background. You got
We should do it.
You got to learn the Batman theme.
We should seriously do it. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, everyone's got a ukulele. I could bring that as well. Double ukuleles.
You don't get to be in the theme tune. It's
Yeah,
about
I can do the
Don't
theme
you,
tune for
man?
Chuds.
You just got to be miserable.
Oh yeah, we need
It's
one.
got to be
Chud.
miserable.
Chud does
And
it.
then we've got to introduce your 3 stories of random.
Random.
Might not be.
One will involve a penis.
It might not be. Has Joe done his homework? Yes or no?
What's Joe got to talk about?
I don't know.
Anything. So, yeah. I've got 3 stories that we can talk about, and you guys have to choose which one you'd like to chat about this evening. Now, I did struggle with my homework, as you guys full well know, and I have to admit I did struggle getting my stories this week, so if they're not quite up to par, like last week talking about Satan's cock and a kid getting blown by Jesus, I do apologise, but this week we've got the 11 rules as set by pirates.
Okay.
We've got, it's just called Wichita Falls homeowner recounts stabbing an intruder with a spear. And the last story is Michigan couple's threesome goes awry, results in meat flinging choke attack.
That sounds brilliant.
Well, I'm voting for number 3.
Yeah.
I'll go with Chuds, mate. He's
Hooray.
So you don't want to hear about a bloke who tried to steal some things from a man who collects like spears and stuff and just speared him through the shoulder. So that's quite good.
Yeah.
Bit of a deterrent.
a bit of a deterrent.
Bit of a deterrent, you know, the old spear in the shoulder.
Well, I suppose if they'd been deterrent, he wouldn't have done it in the first place.
Fucking hell, you've been shot. No, I ain't been speared. That's unusual.
So we'll talk about this one, and the sort of the sub headline says a husband is facing felony assault charges after authorities said he attacked a homeless man he and his wife had invited into a threesome days before.
Nice.
So yeah, it's quite a weird story. A Michigan man cooking hamburgers like this for a couple whom he'd recently had a threesome was attacked with the meat and hospitalised by the jealous husband, police said.
And he attacked someone with meat. He's like picking up the patties and throwing it at him or something.
Ah, it's in my hair.
Big old ring sausage.
Put it on his cock.
Big old ring sausage. Slapping him with a Cumberland.
Yeah. Get your sausage out of my face and your penis. A Michigan couple's Hey?
Always with the cock.
It's a threesome. I don't know if it's 2 guys and a girl or 2 girls and a guy.
2 guys, a girl, and
3 guys.
hamburgers.
Yeah.
It's a meat. Meat one.
A Michigan couple's menage a trois turned into a bizarre turn when a jealous husband flung hamburger meat into his wife's bathtub. He then attacked the man the couple had invited into a sex tryst.
Into the bathtub. Fuck you, bathing meat, bitch. Maybe she's vegetarian, that's why it proper freaked her out.
Taste my meat!
Yeah. You know when you said, taste my meat? I didn't know.
You know when you said, shower me in your meat?
Slap me around the face with your meat. I didn't mean those burgers.
Yeah.
Martin R. Miller, 30 of Bay City, is facing felony assault charges after authorities said he attacked Michael Cheney, 20, in a jealous rage after Cheney joined a sex trio with Miller and his wife. The Bay City Times reported the fight occurred at the Millers' home sometime before midnight, September 12th, cops say, a few days after the Millers and Cheney, who was homeless before crashing at the Millers, had sex together. So it's some sort of like weird, they just found a homeless guy and was like, so you can just come have some meat with us?
He could have ate that.
Maybe a threesome?
And he's upset probably because his wife enjoyed it more than
He could have ate
thought
that.
she would.
He could have ate that meat as well.
Exactly. He was just like...
Yeah, he's probably scraped it off the side of the bath.
Yeah,
I'll fucking have this.
rinse it out like a sponge.
Rinse it out. Squeezing out his meat.
Yeah. Police said Martin Miller was miffed after Cheney and his wife Daniela started canoodling without him. So basically the wife's getting on the homeless guy, you know,
jealous.
He's beating his meat, she's beating her meat.
The homeless guy, I've got a picture of this guy with his little shopping trolley turning up.
Proper like homeless bum.
Yeah.
Can you spare any change? I've got a better offer for
Got
you.
about 3 teeth, you know.
I've got a better offer for you.
How are you at threesomes and cooking on a barbecue?
I'd do anything.
Apparently, they even had sex behind his back but didn't tell him, so the wife's been pretty much a bitch.
Yeah.
And
I hope he had a bath first.
on the night... That's why they were in the bath.
Yeah. With the meat.
Yeah.
He was hungry. He wanted
Watching
food.
the homeless guy and he got peckish.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Started beating his meat. On the night of the throwdown, Cheney was cooking hamburger meat while the Millers were in the bathroom together. Now I'm getting quite confused.
right.
Like, who's who? So is it the husband and wife were getting off, and then the homeless guy's just there cooking some meat, just going, "Can I join you?" And they're like, "No." He starts throwing meat at him, or is it the husband? I'm not quite sure.
Oh well.
At one point, Cheney brought some meat into the bathroom for the couple to taste. Martin Miller.
Is that the bloke?
Wasn't that the whole point in it?
That's the bloke, yeah. Martin Miller got angry and threw the meat into the tub where his wife was taking a bath, the newspaper said.
Oh, okay. So his wife's in the bath, he's in the bathroom, homeless guy's coming and going, "Do you want some of my tasty meat?"
Yeah.
And he's gone, "Fuck off!" And
Have a wash first.
You better wash these burgers and throw it in the bath with his wife.
Yeah. Cheney then went back to the kitchen and brought out another helping, and Miller again chucked it at
he's
his
persistent.
bathing wife.
Yeah.
So it's like, second helping.
It's like Woodhouse is coming and go, "I've made more, sir."
Yeah. And just starts throwing him. He then followed Cheney into another room and attacked him, kicking him and then choking him out until Cheney blacked out.
Oh, okay.
Miller later told police, "I'm a Marine. When someone challenged me, I go into kill mode."
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, I know, right? After Cheney came to, he and Daniela Miller went to the hospital to get checked out. Martin Miller later confirmed their account of the attack to police, who visited his sex pad. Apparently it's a sex pad.
Oh, okay.
Cheney was being an a-hole, and the meat tossing incident was a joke.
What the fuck? That's mental.
Yeah, okay.
Miller was charged with
I've seen
assault by
this in America.
strangulation. Yeah.
Not like
Was charged with assault by strangulation, a felony that could put him away for 10 years. At his arraignment, he told the judge he'd served in the US military corps and he suffered from bipolar disorder.
Served in the military called meat flinging, like
The meat flinging
in the
brigade.
beef battalion.
He's a meat marine.
Fire the meat missiles.
Sausage rocket.
I was going to say beef bayonet, but we're just going penis jokes too much for that
beef bayonet.
Can't beat a good penis joke. I thought that was quite interesting. It's just like, how bizarre. Like, I can imagine turning that into a movie as some sort of like meat attacker, homeless guy just shuffling along.
Let's hope Kevin Smith knows it.
Yeah.
Chud, you like your list, don't you?
Yeah.
You like lists of things, and you like the gym.
Yeah.
I've actually got a list of 4 types of people that annoy me at the gym.
Just 4.
It's
Yeah,
a
I only think of
personal
4.
list, is it?
Yeah.
It's not CrossFit.
Not in any
Do
particular
they do
number.
CrossFit
Is it
in England? In
girls,
England?
boys, and
No,
children?
no, it's things people do that annoy me.
Does anyone do CrossFit? Because that's supposed to be really annoying.
Not that I've seen.
They take the
They're
piss
getting
out of it
CrossFit.
online.
Yeah, well, weightlifters take the piss out of CrossFit.
Yeah.
Train people. Go on then.
The ones that don't wipe sweat off a bench.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, would you agree? Annoying?
Yeah, it's if
sweating
they're not
when it's all
sweaty, I
cold
don't
and
mind.
sweaty
If
and
someone
cold.
does
If you go on to use
saturated
do
in
something
sweat.
afterwards and you're like, oh, you fucking douche.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
I don't like mirror poses. The ones that are within 2 inches of the fucking mirror.
It depends what they're doing.
So when they're just posing,
Oh, well, yeah,
when
that's a bit.
they're just standing there like,
like a muscle.
and they can't walk past without looking at themselves.
On
They annoy
Instagram.
me.
That's why I can't go to the gym. Just get distracted.
Did I get I'm so lovely.
Just doing my hair all the time. You gonna work out?
Yeah, just got in my head.
Probably should have straightened that before I come out.
The third ones
Yeah,
that annoy
same,
me
yeah.
are the ones that get off the machine and then before they get off they'll change the weight to put it on something heavier and then they'll go, I've seen them do that, move the pin and put it on a heavier weight.
What to make it look like they've done more?
Presumably make it look like they've done more.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Like, why?
That's what I
What
love.
douchebag gym do you go to?
I've just seen the occasional person do this when I've been waiting to get on the machine. I'm like, oh good, you finished. Why the fuck have you done that?
Sweaty poser, pin changer bloke.
Making it look like they've done more.
Yeah, and then the ones that really annoy me are grunters.
I bet you're one of them, and you should.
It depends how heavy I'm lifting. If,
Yeah, but I
if it's
find-
really heavy, you do. It's like when you take a big shit, you have to grunt.
Yeah, well, it's like heavy breathing's enough. You're just like, it's fine, but not.
It depends how you're actually not lifting.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's involuntary sometimes.
Yeah,
if
but
you're
I've
lifting
seen-
that heavy, you do.
I've seen someone doing it as an attention thing. I've gone on the machine after him and I'm like, you're doing half what I fucking do, and I'm a fat middle-aged bloke. You know,
The thing.
there's
what
no
I-
need to grunt. My daughter could do that weight, and you're grunting.
Little
mate.
two-
What I get really
dumbbells.
annoyed is I've started going to this new gym that's it's just as a cheaper gym. It's a bit more of an everybody sort of gym.
Right.
And going from somewhere like Shapers, like the bodybuilding
Oh,
gym,
yeah.
to that, you see like people in Shapers who are huge and they're
Yeah, I
massive.
bet, yeah.
And then you go to this other gym and the people there are small. They, you know, they're
I guess
small
they're
people.
more
But
fitness, isn't it?
This is the thing. What annoys me about it is that a lot of the guys there think they're massive. And they're not.
okay,
They're
yeah.
small, but they think
I hate
they're
when
big,
people
and that
walk
kind
about
of
that. I hate
annoys
all
me when
that
they
shit.
walk around like they fucking own the
Yeah,
joint.
yeah.
Is that why you went to the new one, so you look massive? You're like, what up, guys?
I went there because it was £15 a month.
I hear they did that. There's another gym. I can't remember the name of it. Is it Iron?
Ironworks.
That's supposed to be where they blow themselves
See,
out. They
yeah, I was- when I was first
I've seen
looking
a
for one to
video.
go.
Seen a video where they properly. It looks like they're going to like.
I got
break
put
the
off
back.
that because of his webpage when I was first
Yeah, well,
looking
they're all
for a
like,
gym. It's him, Mr. fucking steroid-looking motherfucker. And on the front, in his homepage, it says, "I started this gym after I was kicked out of other ones for being intimidating and loud." And I thought, you're a fucking douchebag.
You want to see
man.
the? You want to see the foot?
I don't wanna go to your gym.
Lotioners out, man. They look like they're going to break the back or snap the legs at any minute. Like, all the weight, all the. They're like, go for it, bruh.
Yeah. Go on, bruh.
You go to the Tesco's gym.
Yeah, it's cheap. It's not the greatest gym, but
No.
it's cheap.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
It's cheap.
The dog agrees. Yeah, he goes there. He lives.
He works out.
You know, £15 a month. That's dirt cheap.
Oh, I thought it was $17.95 or something
I'll pay
advertising.
15. Some people are only paying.
Oh, do you get a
£10.
staff discount?
I think so.
All right, because I'm paying 17 where I go.
You can get your shopping and go in there and just lift your basket. Check me out, bro.
4 bottles of Coke.
Put some more shopping in there.
Add some butter.
No, lather me up with butter.
Love me up with butter.
Go on,
Who's that
sugar me.
Oh, our brains.
Anyway,
Cool.
before we go too off, they're not going to want to hear about Jim.
No. It was just, certain things annoyed me.
the movie
I'll go
podcast.
back to the
Jim
grumpy
Carrey.
bit again.
Yeah, I was going to say we
Jim Carrey.
should have added that into the Mark is an angry twat feature.
I've got some Godzilla news, if that's better.
I was going to talk about Godzilla,
Oh,
but
okay, go on
yeah,
then.
we can both talk about it.
I'll
It's
let you go
just
first
that number 2's probably going to happen. They're getting the same writers back, same director.
Yeah, Max
And-
Borenstein. He did that one that you bought at Car Boot. The Sword Swallowers and Thin Men.
Did I buy
Didn't you buy that? Didn't you buy that? What was that one you bought that had a weird title?
science of fiction something.
Oh, okay. I can't think what I've heard of Sword Swallow.
Science of Sleep.
Oh, right. Oh, perhaps I've only heard of this because we mentioned it when we mentioned Godzilla back when we reviewed it.
Are they going to bring Bryan Cranston back? Is he going to be Godzilla?
Yes, he is Godzilla.
I'm really pissed off.
His wife, who got trapped in the radiation chamber, she's going to be like Ghidorah or something.
But that Max Borenstein, who wrote it, is apparently also written, it's now in pre-production, a film called Skull Island, which is a King Kong prequel.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is a bit, and I think it's him. No, it's the director. Hold on, I've lost my notes. So the King Kong prequel is going to star Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, I read that.
And it's directed by a guy called Jordan Vogt Roberts. Don't know him or what he's done previously, but he's apparently rumoured to direct an upcoming Metal Gear Solid film.
Okay.
But I've still no date set for that. It's kind of like one of those.
It needs to be. He said Russell Crowe then.
Oh yeah, Kurt Russell.
Yeah, Kurt Russell.
Snake Plissken.
Snake Plissken. That's who it's based on.
Yeah, we said that last week, didn't we?
Yeah, because my homework last week was Escape from New York. So
Yeah.
we got chatting about it.
Love that film.
But I'm up for Godzilla too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, definitely.
As long as it's got the same guys attached to it and they can kind of keep in the same vein. I know a lot of people won't because it was what I was reading. I was listening to a podcast or something, and they described Godzilla as that movie that you don't get annoyed at people who don't like it because you go, yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
some movies you like. Guardians is like, how did you not like Guardians of the Galaxy? It's so much fun, it's funny, and all this crazy stuff happened, but
I'm like that when people tell me they didn't like Hobo with a shotgun.
Yeah, I love that.
But like Godzilla, you're like, I really enjoyed it, I thought it was an awesome movie, but I can see why you didn't like it.
Yeah.
So you don't really get angry at those types of people.
Went to see Guardians again this week with girlfriend. She hadn't
Yeah.
seen it, so I thought, you know what? After we got out as well, I thought, I could go see it again now.
Yeah.
It's just one of those movies
Yeah.
I've
I've seen
watched.
it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Guardians, did you know that Groot has a phone and you can text him?
What's his number?
It's an American. It's an American number, but it's 866-740-4531.
It's going to cost me a fortune.
Do you just get I am Groot back every time?
That's it. Yeah.
I'm not.
You literally text it. You can say anything. It's just I am Groot.
All right.
But a lot of people have been texting him, and yeah, he just texts back. You know, don't mind when you text him. He's just I'm Groot.
That's brilliant.
Ask him anything.
There's better.
It should do Siri, shouldn't it? Is it Siri?
Oh yeah. Siri, where's the local shop? I am Groot.
This is going to be the equivalent of the wear my pants thing on the Lego Movie, isn't it?
Is it?
That was a TV series, wasn't it? It was just, honey, where are my pants?
Oh, yeah.
This is just going to be, I am Groot. Tune in next week.
Yeah. So if you anybody out there listening in the US of A, drop Groot a text and see what he texts back. Spoiler alert, it's probably going to be I am Groot. Sticking with the Marvel kick, you guys saw the Deadpool sort of test screen footage that came out around sort of Comic-Con sort of time. Well, they've actually penciled in a date for the release of the Deadpool movie. There's not much going about at the moment, but it's February 2016.
Okay.
And it's going to be a Fox thing, but there's a few people up in arms about what the rating is going to be.
I guess most people are hoping for an R, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of people are hoping for an R so he can just go out and be full Deadpool and just be kind of crazy and witty and, you know, have that kind of sort of, not gore, but, you know, sort of him slicing up some
boobs and
faults.
session, bit of bad language. I mean, at the end of that little trailer, it ended with him going, fuck it, or something like that, didn't it?
Yeah. So, that's set for 2016. I'm not sure how it fits in with any kind of Marvel universe because it's a Fox-owned affiliate. So I don't know whether they're going to tie it in with X-Men, because then they'll have, I think it's 2017, they'll have X-Men Apocalypse come out. They might tie them in, and...
I don't think they... I don't know.
No, I don't think they
but
will.
I think Deadpool's not... He's too silly to tie in with what they're going to want to be a serious...
Yeah, I think
film, I'm
Apocalypse is going to be very, very serious. And it may just seem kind of tacked on. Now they're like, oh, everyone likes Deadpool, let's kind of put him in here and then put him over here, and then like Fantastic Four comes out, oh, just put him in there, but they probably won't. And it's not confirmed yet whether Ryan Reynolds was going to play and or voice him, but I think a lot of people are coming round to Ryan Reynolds after that test footage come out. They're a bit like, yeah, you kind of ruined it, but it wasn't your fault.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was like, that was the writing and so on.
Wolverine
That's not his
Origins,
fault,
yeah.
Red light.
Yeah. So,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the red light's flashing on the
Damn,
camera.
I even had angry remake news, but I'll have to save
Did
that.
it? All right, then we'll save it for next week. We've just got time to chat about some homework that we're going to set each other for next week. I will try my best to check out They Live, as well as potentially The Mist or another depressing movie that
The
we've
Mist
talked
is
about.
good. The Mist is good.
Yeah, I'll check out Mist. Chud, you should definitely check out Archer.
Yeah. Right.
I'll might go for The Wrestler then if no one can suggest
Yeah,
anything else.
that'd be really cool. Yeah, check out The Wrestler.
I don't know for me.
I've got it on DVD if you need.
Oh, cool. All right, mate.
I don't know.
Is anything cropped up that you're interested in, Joe? Maybe another one of Chud's list depressing movies. Have you seen all those on the list?
What about... No, you've already
You've seen
done
The
that.
Road, have you? Yeah, you have seen
Yeah,
The
I've
Road. It's
seen The Road.
11. Though Shaun never got it back.
What we talked about? Like,
Hobo with a shotgun.
seen that, I love that.
Street Trash?
Seen it.
Oh, Street Trash.
Seen it.
Good.
No, there's what
Actually,
we
there's a
talked
bit out
about.
of-
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what I've chatted about.
The apices of death that reminded me of. Which she's melting. It just reminded me
Which one's
of.
the melting one?
That's towards the end.
Come on, guys, stop talking, help me.
Sorry.
What we talked about?
Mark being angry.
I've seen 100 million
A
films.
film with a hedgehog in it.
Yeah. Film where you rescue a hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog movie, but Sonic gets his head stuck in a McDonald's carton. McFlurry top.
It's
That's what I
annoying.
sort of thing about Aquaman. He had his head stuck in one of those the little
Game of
plastic
Thrones.
things off the top of a can.
Yeah, I watched the first episode.
episode
So what are you doing? In a week? One week?
I'll probably watch the next episode tomorrow. So
shall I
for
watch
next
two?
week, do you want to watch 2
Watch
episodes?
Watch as many as you can. Because you might.
Yeah, I'm really getting into it.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll watch two.
Oh, but at least watch 2, and then we can discuss.
Yeah, so we can keep together.
And
with it.
or give the strain a shot. Because
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's strange as well.
episode 2's out
I did
this
say
week.
I was interested in that, so it's all coming together now.
Yeah. Cool.
Maybe you should watch Avatar.
That's long gone, Chud. I think there's like a rule: if you don't do your homework, and like in about 3 weeks, we'll just forget about
We should have
it.
some penalty though.
5 second-
You have to watch us
5 second
reenact the movie instead.
Because what didn't I watch? Jack
second
Brooks'
rule.
Monster
Yeah.
Slayer.
Yeah.
Still not watched Punisher.
Well, you haven't watched. I was listening to one of the earlier podcasts for some reason. You haven't watched Tucker and Dale.
No, I haven't.
That's
Was that
really
wasn't
good.
my homework though, was it?
No, you picked Cabin Fever, I think.
Oh, right.
But we
That's
mentioned
on
that the
Netflix,
same.
and that's
Yeah.
really, really good. It's really good how they've done it. As
I
well.
remember you guys chatting about it.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Anyway.
Really good.
Cool.
Anyway.
So homework is set for next week. Hopefully you guys out there listening can join us for volume 28. But in the meantime and in between time, check us out on all these social media places. Facebook.com/ChapterSkip. Like us, share us any kind of feedback or movies or anything like that. You can follow us on Twitter @ChapterSkip. Tweet us any pictures, any comments, any reviews, or any suggestions as to what to watch in the up and coming weeks. And you can send us an email if you'd like to feature our footage in your big budget Hollywood movie featuring Jessie Eisenberg. You can send an email to chapterskip@gmail.com, and don't forget to subscribe to both the ChapterSkip channel and the podcast channel. It's youtube.com/chapterskip/ChapterSkip podcast. So that's the end.
Wow, that was a
And
lot.
On behalf of ChapterSkip, I'm Shaun.
I'm Joe.
Cunt flaps.
And I'm still Mark.
We'll catch you guys again next time.
Hedgehogs.
That's your thing at the end, Joe.